Welcome to the Norm Hyperbolic Filler. We're usually here to talk anime, video games, and movies. I am your host, X, also known as Young Morgan Freeman. And with me, as always, is my co-host, Kid Lewis.
What's up? This is your boy, KL. Welcome back to the Hyperbolic Filler. This is the first filler
on video.
Yes.
We're doing
today we got a special guest, Charlie from Charlie Con. You might recognize him around anytime you go to the Tree Hilton Hotel.
Doubletree, yeah.
Yeah, Doubletree Hilton Hotel.
You'll see him walking around. He's the king of conventions. Charlie.
Thank you. Charlie, man. What's up? Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, guys. You guys look so well dressed.
Yeah, well, you know, black is very slim. No, it's a good shirt.
It's good to have. Thanks for having me, guys. And I know we try to get this going for a while, and
we have been.
It's the very first
a long time
con that we went to. We tried to get you before we even tried to go to that con.
Yeah,
and then you guys went on vacation because you guys are rich. So. Yeah, I get it. That podcast money, I get it.
I wish, bro.
Right.
One day.
Yeah,
we'll go on vacation with podcast money, man. But until then, it's just hardworking money.
No, man, I get it.
How you been, bro? How's your day going so far?
Yeah, good, man. Just working, making moves, working on the future events every day, man. Every day you gotta put in work in, man. You guys know that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man. You know, gotta get the word out. People are busy, man, and they forget. You got to remind them, and
you got to be on top of it.
Yeah,
that's our problem. We're not really, like you said, we both were on 2 big vacations or whatever, or one for the year, and we're kind of silent. So we're coming back kind of hard. We got videos, episodes, reviews, fillers coming
to you soon on YouTube.
So,
and your favorite podcast platform. So, Charlie, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Yeah.
Let our audience know about you, man.
Yeah. All right. I'm a veteran, 8 years.
Thanks for your service.
Yeah. 4 Air Force.
I did not know that.
Yeah. 4 Air Force, 4 Army. I did 2 different branches. 3 years overseas. 6 months in Iraq. 6 months in Kuwait. 2004, 2025, and 2 years in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba.
Wow.
Yeah, I worked the prisons out there. And then I got out and, worked, family, that kind of thing. And now we're doing the con game. 2.5 years in, wrapped up the 7th show. The most successful show yet. As you guys seen?
The Anime Con?
The Anime Con, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was a good fan base. I mean, good people.
There were so many cosplayers there. Everybody, and they were decked out too.
Ton of them.
And it just hit a new audience. So a new audience found out about us that we didn't have before.
So I feel like you've had anime cons before too, though. And you have a lot of diverse cons.
I do, but that was my first anime, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's another guy in Fort Myers that does his things, but if it's not the Charlie name, it's not me, you know?
No, I recognize the Charlie name.
Yeah. Because in the past, people were like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, nah.
That wasn't me.
Yeah. I know. Nothing against them. I just say, different brands.
Got you.
Yeah.
So how did you start off, man? Let's talk about that.
Yeah. How'd you switch from, I
family man, leaving the army to like, I'm going to do cons now. Like, conventions, not conning people.
I know when you said you're in the con game, I'm like, the carnival.
I'm not saying you're conning people. Like conventions. How you got into the conventions?
This is the conventions, bro.
It was interesting. I've always been a huge comic book collector and just things in general.
Yeah,
I have about like 10,000 comics. Been collecting for years.
I feel that.
Yeah, since I was in the military, and then eventually, I started going to a bunch of different comic cons and just the atmosphere. I mean, just everything about it. The vendors, the comics, the creativity of some of the vendors, and the Funkos, man. I mean, they're so easy to sell and so many of them. So the whole environment, I always felt like you could always do a little better. You could always do a little more. And it's just something I envisioned, and I kept at it, made some mistakes, a lot of mistakes, and
no, when you're near the other side, going from a fan to like someone running the shit. I think that has its ups and downs always, but I like your guys' conventions.
Yeah, and if anybody ever wants to do this, keep in mind that it is your whole life. Like,
really,
you're on call. You're on call. I mean, if as a vendor,
right,
and if you reach out to me and you're giving me money,
right,
and I don't answer you right away, I'm like, man, what's wrong with this guy? I'm trying to pay. Right. So you got to be very responding to everybody. And as you see, I'm always responding to you guys or whoever it is. So I mean, just keep that in mind if you're that's your life.
So it's very time consuming, you think?
Very time
Is that
consuming.
because you have a lot of different cons though? Or because, not like you're very ambitious, man. You got different cons.
Yeah. Plus, we're a staff of, we're like 4 or 5 altogether.
Wow.
Yeah. So, plus, I like to be on top of things too. That's just my personality. I want to make sure that everything is smooth. If there's a mistake, we correct it right away.
Right. We got that military background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's just progress and giving people what they want. I mean, like the names we have brought in the past 7 months is just wild,
Yeah, really.
To see like the actual guy that played E.T. was here.
Yeah.
And Tony Oliver and all these other guys. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple of interviews with some of them. And we got some good stuff coming up too. So let's talk about Summerfest. That's that's the next one that we're going to be at.
You remember what date was it?
July 20th.
July 20th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that one is another one that's going to be legendary.
You think so? That one has a lot of talent too.
Yeah.
Like, how do you differentiate? Like, what is the difference between Summerfest and Epic? Obviously, you have the Pokemon one. That's Pokemon. You have the anime one. That's anime. But like
the summer versus like the Epic.
Yeah.
Or just in general.
Because when we did the Epic Con, a lot of people had asked me like, "Oh, is that all about anime?" And I'm like, I don't think it's specifically about anime. It's like it's like a little bit of everything. But I mean, there's going to be people cosplaying. For sure.
And like you said, Funkos are so expanding. Like, there's always going to be a Funko guy with Pokemon at the Summerfest, at the Anime Con. So,
well,
what do the differences mean to you?
Yeah, well, the Epic Con was shows that are epic that will forever be known. For example, Seinfeld.
Okay, you're right.
Everybody, even if you don't watch it, you heard of it.
Yeah, it was weird, man, to see that guy in the flesh.
Yeah,
I've seen him from TV.
Yeah.
My mom knows him.
Yeah, John O'Hurley. I mean, he hosted Family Feud.
That too. And he looks just so familiar from Family Feud. I was like, damn, he did host Family Feud. He's in The Simpsons too, and
he voiced the SpongeBob.
The King Neptune from the movie.
Yeah, he
I was just like, damn,
in the flesh.
There he was, bro. No, it was cool to talk to him too. So that was kind of epic.
And then, E.T. as a Steven Spielberg movie, So, and then we have my friend, the Frylock.
Yeah, I've seen him before too. Yeah, no, he's nice.
He was cool.
He's super cool.
Yeah, he's wild.
There's no way he can remember me, but I've talked to him like 3 to 4 times already.
Yeah, and then we had Quentin and Dan Warren and all that good stuff.
So tell me about SummerCon or Summerfest.
Yeah, so I have John Furio from Sopranos, one of the capos, seasons 1 to 3. I got the Goodfellas reunion. I got Joseph and Chris. They're coming out.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah. And then you guys are going to have fun doing that panel.
We are. Yeah. We are. It's going to be towards the end of the day, too. So we're definitely going to be, built for it by this time.
Yes, sir.
Yep. We got Greg Berg. We got Michael Dobson coming. They're both of their resumes are like outstanding. Everything from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe.
Some
Dragon
original
Ball
folks.
Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, many more. I got a couple of YouTubers, local guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Clint Eastwood's nephew's coming out.
Clint Eastwood's nephew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very sweet guy, man. Very nice, down to earth dude, And then a couple other people, man. Too much to remember right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're looking forward to it as well. Are you guys going to be doing, I know you guys are doing the panels, so there's going to be 4 panels, one like every hour kind of, and then there's a 2-hour break or whatever. Is this also going to have like a cosplay contest? Is this also going to have any kind of like...
Yeah. The cosplay contest is going to start at 3:00. Okay. Jacqueline, who's been hosting the past 2 events.
Yeah, she's nice too.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Is she one of the 5? Because she is. She's on the microphone. She's nice with it. She gives a lot of good energy.
Yeah, she always got my back.
Yeah.
She's always there to make sure everything runs smooth.
Yeah.
Good.
Make sure keep everybody off from bothering me. And
Kid Lewis was telling me before, and I didn't hear it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I was out somewhere. But she gets on the microphone and says the rules. What were the rules?
I think it was a post that she had made.
Yeah,
just about being being friendly, kind to the host, to everybody there. You know what I mean?
Convention etiquette.
Basically, that was it.
She's all business. Etiquette. I know. Yeah, but she's super sweet. Amazing.
How did you guys meet?
Right.
Because you said she hosted 2 so far, right?
Yeah.
Is she a fan turned employee?
No, I seen her. Well, a year and a half ago, I had a show and I had the cast of Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
3 of them.
Right.
It was the 2 kids and another, the individual that broke into the building. Anyway,
right.
She made a comment on Facebook, about coming to the show and stuff. And, I chatted with her and she seemed very personable. She intellectual and had a good following.
Right.
So eventually I hit her up and I said, hey, baby, you come out and help me out. And she had some hosting experience already. That was it. Yep. And there's all history after that.
Good. So is she somebody that's going to continue coming out for you or for every event? Because I know you still have the Pokemon coming up like later in August.
Yeah.
Will she be hosting that one too?
I haven't asked her yet. I don't see why not.
Yeah. Well, the Pokemon one is kind of recent too.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah. So I have the Pokeblast coming August 3rd.
Pokeblast. Charlie's Pokeblast.
Yeah. It's going to be something, man. We're going to put a lot of hard work into it. We're going to get very some of the best vendors around, and we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, Pokemon's getting big.
Yeah,
really big, man. It's everywhere, man. It's part of the conventions now. You can't go to a convention and you cannot see Pokemon.
Right. It's just so diverse because you got not only just the anime, but there's like the video games. It's big on video games. They got movies, just Detective Pikachu and all that shit. But and the cards, man.
And the more like we grow, the more talent I have in. Right. And then we have that rapport with them. And they're like, all right, Charles' show was good. We made some money. Everybody's cool.
Right. Maybe I'll go to the Anime Con. Maybe I'll go to the Epic Con.
So they go back and they give referrals. So that's why December 7th, we have Terra Sands coming out here.
Okay.
Yeah. And a couple other people, when things are settled, we'll go over that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's huge for the area.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And that's another thing I wanted to say. Because like you said, there have been other cons and there are other conventions that are local, but I feel like Charlie's is really, like, you guys are on the news, man. You guys are on Week News.
An epic event comes to Fort Myers, so get your super suits ready. Charlie's Epic Con on April 6th. It's fun for the whole family. You can attend meet and greets with your favorite superheroes, and there's contests, of course. It all happens at the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel. Tickets cost $20 for adults, but you can save $10 if you dress up. For kids, the entry will only set you back $5. We have information on how to get tickets on our website. Head to weeknews.com.
Yeah, that was wild when she emailed me, and that was really sweet of her to do that.
Yeah,
but it's constant progress. It's constant research. And like being lucky enough to meet like good people.
Okay.
Like I met you guys. I met a couple other nice people that have good intentions to help you out.
Yeah, man. Right. It's a helping hand. That's I feel like I like that about the convention, because I was like, when he told me we were like, we're gonna get a table at Charlie's Epicon.
Right.
I was like, bro, hit him up. See if we can get him on a podcast. See if we can get to meet him, talk to him. And that would be like a helping hand. Like, we'll get him on our platform. Hopefully we'll be on his platform and we'll get to know more people. And of course the guests too, you know what I mean? And like, I feel on the Anime Con, Xavier got to meet the host, and even the host was kind of like showing him around and letting him meet the guests before like everybody else.
Right. Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about.
So much of love, bro. It was a lot of love.
But we also make friends with like whoever we're neighbors with as well. Like like that guy who bought the t-shirts and won the raffle both times, and
even the guy that was next to us that was selling t-shirts. I'm trying to remember his company's name.
Oh, yes. He was playing video games with Fred.
Yeah, and that playing video games, man, people walk by and they're like, oh, what are they playing? And then they just stand by and then they're asking questions, and they're interactive, man.
This one guy who's like, only at Charlie's Con could you see somebody playing video games, and that's their job.
Yeah. The progress in the past 2.5 years has been outstanding,
Right. Yeah.
To be able to hold these conversations with some of these guys is like things I never even thought of, whatever happened in my life,
Yeah.
Well, so I have a question on that. Yeah. So any unexpected guests or anything that you maybe were like starstruck about? Like, wow, I can't believe I got this. Like, a Hail Mary.
I've always been a Seinfeld fan. So when John O'Hurley came and decided to agree to the deal with me and his agent.
Right.
I was like, really? Oh, okay.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I gave him a Hail Mary and I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did, you know? And the Frylock, man.
Frylock.
That dude is awesome.
I know we talked about him a little bit off the camera, and you were telling me little stories here and there, but that was pretty cool, bro.
Yeah, he's a very, very sweet guy.
He is, yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, everybody, it's good vibes. We had a good time, you know. Good.
I asked him, I was like, hey, what's your, I asked him, I was like, I have a question. He's like, just one question? I was like, just one question. I was like, what's the best fries that you've ever had? Like Wendy's, McDonald's, Checkers or whatever. And he says, homemade fries. Homemade fries by Frylock.
There you go.
I was like, oh, wow. How do you prepare that? So I snuck in a second question. And he's like, oh, just, oil and salt.
Oil and salt.
Yeah, pretty much, man. I did see that your next con, the Summerfest the Pokemon one is going to be at a different location.
Oh yeah, is that true?
Yeah, it's going to be at the Embassy Suites. That one, and then the anime cons be over there too.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Have you guys been there yet?
No, not to that one.
I don't
think
so.
The Embassy Suites.
It's bigger. Would you say
it's different?
It's about the same size, but when you walk in there, that place is beautiful there.
Yeah, really?
Oh, the lobby's nicer.
Man. It's overwhelming.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't think I belong here.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was. It's a very attractive hotel. Then they were all businessmen. As soon as I got there, they got the contracts, everything situated within, like right away. But yeah, eventually, because the DoubleTree, when the baseball season and stuff like that, they get a little booked. They get a little too busy.
Right.
Which is understandable. The Twins and all that come in town. You guys know how it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But as far as who would you guys like to see in Fort Myers? Like, what kind of talent would you like?
I mean, it's always cool to see people that are also local, because I know we have like some sort of Snail was putting us on to some local Smash Bros players that are like, high up there. But even as just like some Florida talent, it's always cool to see like, wow, I can't believe, you live in Orlando, like you're a big name or whatever. But you just have so many different conventions as well. So I would love to see anybody, bro.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people. So we're anime, focused as well. So
of course,
any anime voices is nice. How do you feel about like writers?
Like, that'd be pretty cool.
People in the industry.
I mean, I do love seeing like when we go to like every con, like there's always like a table of like a guy trying to like present his comic book or his book or something.
Okay.
And did you get a chance? There was a book I got you.
Yes, I haven't read it yet. No, not yet.
I read the other one. It was really good, man. Yeah. It was really good. I'm trying to think of his name. I suck with names, so I'm just gonna say it. I suck with names, but
we're gonna find it and post it in.
We'll post it. But it was. I read the book. Even my girl read the book, and she was like, "It was actually pretty good." She was like, "Where's volume 2?" And I'm like, "You see, that's the problem with upcoming, because you don't know if you're gonna get a volume 2. You know what I mean? He's like testing the waters to see how he's doing.
Yeah, and all that shit costs money too. So.
Oh yeah, bro. It was like the book was well put together. Like it was high quality pages.
Yeah, no, I still have the other one. That's Big Dog. That's the name of the comic.
Big Dog. Yeah.
Big Dog. So yeah, just local people is always cool to see.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, man, I'm excited that we're able to like make these connections, meet new people. And if I never took the risk, like you guys know about that, man. If you never took that chance,
right?
Because you're embarrassed of what people are gonna think, or embarrassed of failure,
right?
You're like, I don't know, it's gonna fail. Or I don't know if people are gonna come in. I mean, I was like, worst comes to worst, they'll forget about it.
That's true, man.
Yeah. Well, I think what also helps us with stuff like that is just like the passion for doing it. Like I love writing the episodes. I love talking on the microphone. I love doing the research because I watch anime. So sometimes now I watch anime for the podcast, and sometimes it's good, like sometimes it's bad. Yeah, sometimes it's bad. But then either way, the passion is still there about like, I can't believe this anime was trash. Boom, and we talk about it. But so now I know how earlier you were saying that it's a big part of your life.
Yeah.
Like, is it enjoyable? Like, do you find the passion in? What's the most rewarding part? Like hosting it, seeing all the faces, or like of doing, this convention.
Yeah, I love every aspect of it. But my favorite is the emotions people have, like the nostalgia, or they're like, "Wow, man, that was a great time," or they don't even know who I am. They're like, "Man, that was a great show." It's
all talking to you just like as a person in the thing. Yeah.
And it's great because if they don't like something, I'll ask them like, "What can we do to fix it?" And sometimes there might be some things. For example, somebody had our scanner. The guy said to me, "Charlie, this thing's terrible." Oh, thanks
to scan it for the tickets?
Yeah. So we got a new system. Okay. The next show, we fixed it.
Yeah.
And if nobody tells me things, you can't fix it,
True.
But I like it a lot, man, especially the last show, seeing the amount of cosplayers where we had to move it to outside.
Yeah, they're decked out, man. They look nice.
That was nice, man.
And just the talent was like, man, this is pretty cool, for just coming up. It came out of nowhere.
Kind of.
And now it's... it's all about relationships at this point. Okay. Treating everybody as well as you can, compromising and all that kind of stuff, You're
talking about dealing with people. Do you feel like you find more complaints, or not complaints, but more issues with the guests that go or the vendors? Like, what's the most difficult part, you think?
The guests are I don't get too many complaints about the guests. The vendors, every now and then you get, you hear something. But sometimes, like, for example.
Like, Charlie, man, my chair was uncomfortable, bro. It's like, God damn.
No, yeah. 3 shows ago, we did it out the Riverside Community Center.
Okay.
And one of the talents was super nice. He said to me, hey, it's a little cramped here.
Yeah. And
some of the feedback from the vendors. So after that, we left. Went to the DoubleTree.
Nice. And now you're at the embassy.
Yes. Both now, yeah. And then we got a couple other plans to do a couple other places next year.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Yeah,
Looking forward to it, bro. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we got a couple partnerships we're working on, and every day, man. Because the word is getting out from here to California to everywhere.
Right, yeah.
And now we have to hold standards. Now it's there's no more amateur stuff. Now it's told my business partner, like, hey, we're gonna have to really tighten up now,
Yeah.
Because every now and then you're like, all right, it's his first show. All right, it's the second show you get with. Now it's like, all right, come on.
I know. I mean, we were kind of like that too with the tables that we had. So, but now we're getting more official, and the cost is actually coming down because the stuff that we have. So
yeah, I know it's the same thing too. When you start tightening up, the cost does come down, man.
Yeah, because now we don't have to get another sign. Now we don't have to spend that much money on a sign. Now, like, we had the sign.
Yeah, but usually that's how every business is. Mm-hmm. The upfront cost is like the main thing, and then you try to recuperate that money back. But eventually, as you go, you start profiting. Right. So
yeah,
and being able to put that money back into the business. So now we can get like
more stuff, or if there's like something we missed, or we're like, damn, you know what, we would love to upgrade that into something better or something more useful.
Yeah.
Another thing I learned too, man, I'll share with you guys.
Sure, go for it.
Is always ask people. For example, when I used to get my flyers, I would pay a certain amount, and then I would ask, hey man, where'd you get your flyers? Where'd you get your flyers? Eventually, I asked my barber. He hooked me up with this place.
Mm-hmm.
It lowered my cost by like 80%.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Damn, man. See, shit like that, yeah.
Now, since I've done so much business, every now and again, they give you a little hookup.
Right. That too.
So it's just like, networking and asking. That's why I said don't ever be afraid to ask somebody anything,
Yeah, we're a podcast, so we have a booth. Yeah. We can't sell podcasts out of a booth. So we're just out there making connections and just out there, meeting the people. So
that's the main thing, just like connections. And like the guy that was next to us in the last con we were at, he was selling t-shirts, and I was like, yo, let me take a look at one of your t-shirts. And he was showing me, and the quality of the t-shirt was like really nice. So I was like, like what's your vendor? Like, where do you guys get your t-shirts?
Right.
And the guy was like, hey, give me a second. Let me ask the guy that buys it. And then he was like showing me the websites he uses to buy the shirts and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, okay. So
was it Happy Pixel?
Happy Pixels, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to be at the next couple shows. Super cool guy. Nice guy.
Yeah, so, that was pretty cool,
That's his buddy too.
Really?
That's like his best friend.
Oh.
I didn't know that because I just met that guy too.
Right.
Antonio's his name.
Antonio. Yeah. Shout out. He'll rewatch this and know he's out there.
Yeah.
The guy out there, Antonio.
All right, the muscle. Yeah. Some muscle over here. Don't worry, Snail did that too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every time we have guests, they're like, "Oh, can I bring somebody?" I'm like, "Of course, 100%."
So, what's the biggest obstacle you guys encountered?
Working at or doing the cons?
No, doing your podcast.
Doing the podcast obstacles. Yeah. I've been doing this for like 2 years. Same thing.
Finding people. Conversation.
No, actually, finding people has been pretty steady.
Sometimes we have too many people who want to talk about something.
Because we get hit up on like social media and they're like, hey, man, saw your podcast or saw you at the con. We would love to like be on your platform. When it's a good day for us to like come by. We could talk about like any anime subject or whatever. So it's just finding right now, just because we have like full-time jobs, is finding the time to like keep pouring into this podcast and keep planning and getting people on. Like you were like one of the key people like we wanted on the platform. We're like, no, we need Charlie on the podcast, man. Like make it happen, Xavier.
just time.
But it's just time, you know, it's a lot of coordinating too.
Yeah, definitely.
But I feel we're pretty hardworking as far as like, you know, like whatever I fail at, Lewis picks up, you know, whatever he's not able to do, I'm able to do.
It's all teamwork, man. It's all teamwork.
We're a team of 4 as well.
Yeah.
So we have the third guy, our video game guy, Fred.
Captain Kilimanjaro,
CPNKO. That's what he would like to say. And then our editor, Oscar. So he's the one who edits our videos because we were doing that. So that saves us a lot of time.
I think that was like the main thing is like diversifying the work between like people. So that way it's not just all on you and then you can focus like on other things.
And the quality doesn't suffer because then I'm like, how do I fucking do this video as fast as I can so I can get to the other stuff when I should be able to be creative and all that kind of stuff. So
that's what. So when I first started, I didn't know anything about how to put a convention together, and I YouTubed and researched.
Right.
So the main thing is you have to submit your event to FansCon, FANSCON.com.
Okay.
In order to submit your event, you have to have a website.
Okay.
So to develop a website.
Right.
I didn't know how. The website was terrible.
Right.
We had a website.
There's all like little stuff like that. Like, we've talked about it in the past. You can't just buy podcast equipment and be on a podcast. It does take time. It does take like research and
a lot of research into like
even
mics, cameras, lighting, how to even edit it, what program to use to edit it and stuff like that.
Because we weren't really editing them before. We would just record them and put them out. But no, you have to like, I was like, well, I don't know what to cut, but now I know what to cut. Like, nah, this is uninteresting. Cut it.
Yeah.
And just make it like snappier. And then it does tighten it the time wise and it just increases the quality.
Yeah.
But even like you're saying, like with the website.
Yeah. So it was horrible. Did you get somebody later to like fix it up? Because there's a bunch of websites where like they offer that help.
You have a lot of websites too, because you have a lot of different ones.
Yeah. So this is what happened. So after the first show, somebody else helped me, volunteered, and we kind of got something together.
Right.
Moving forward, I had a guest, Carla Perez, who plays Rita Repulsa for Power Rangers. And one of the guests came and saw her, and he left. He's like, man, this is great.
Right.
And he introduced himself, and he was like, can I offer my service? Can I help you?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, well, what do you do? He's like, I design websites.
Perfect, bro.
It was a wrap. We became business partners.
Yeah.
That's Eric. When you go inside, you see the dude, the Mexican dude with the long hair in front.
Okay.
Oh, we might have to talk to him then, because we're trying to start our website again.
Right. So we can start selling the shirts ourselves. What we actually need is somebody to run our social media, bro.
Do you have a person like that that runs your social media? Make sure that they're on top of it, posting, replying,
bro. Because we try our best, but we're not on Twitter at all, and we're just kind of slacking, bro.
I have somebody kind of for that, but for websites, yeah, definitely my boy would he'll have that thing up and running like a day.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got together, we became partners. He does the whole websites for all the shows, the graphics. He even started stepping up a little more and took on more responsibility, which helped me out a lot.
Sure.
And then I got Chrissy. I don't know if you've seen her.
Yes. I hit her up about the
the flyer. Yeah.
The flyer.
Yeah. She helps with the graphics when Eric is busy.
Right.
And hopefully she doesn't mess him up with the spelling.
Right. Well, do you have any more questions for Charlie? I had a couple.
I did have another question about the guest. Has there been a guest that maybe you had programmed into your convention and they kind of like fell off last minute or something like that? How does that work out for you?
Like, it happens, bro. Even the vendors. That one guy who got not the flu, but he got sick.
Which guy?
There's some guy that we were supposed to do an episode with, like a podcast with.
Oh, you talking about Not So Black and White podcast?
Yeah, not another Black and White podcast.
Yeah. There's Matthew Demerit that played E.T.
Right.
He had a family situation that was really important.
Right.
3 days before the show. Obviously, I couldn't post what it was. I just said he had to reschedule.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, "Oh, well, you guys in Fort Myers, I remember the Red Ranger canceled." And I was like, "Yeah, but I mean, man,
that was my
that's other guy." Trust me, the Red Ranger was definitely on my show.
Right, very nice.
And I sent him a picture.
Right. With the newspaper, with today's paper.
Just to confirm.
Right.
And it's funny, I met the guy at the show. I introduced myself I didn't know it was him. I talked to people. Yeah. And he's like, "Hey, man, no, I just want to say there's the miscommunication there." And then we actually became pretty cool. And then I saw him a couple more times. Yeah, I mean, that kind of stuff happens. I don't, things I can't control.
Right.
I don't trip about. If people don't want to believe you or they want to get upset.
Yeah.
Well, because you don't have, or I guess some behind the scenes stuff. Do you have like some sort of contract where if they do cancel, they don't get their money back or some deal, or you get your money back?
So it depends. Like for example, Matthew, his agent was super cool. He was just like, "Hey,
yeah,
he would reschedule."
Right.
So
okay,
you got up to like a year to get the plane ticket moved around. The plane ticket moved around. Right. So it wasn't a big deal. There was another Martin Kleber who played Leprechaun. He was a stuntman for Leprechaun. Mm-hmm. Was in Pirates of the Caribbean, the little guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and he voiced Grumpy in the last Snow White movie.
Yeah.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, he rescheduled. But he did a promo video, apologized, and he's like, "Man, Charlie, I'm sorry, man. Right. Things happen." So I
get that.
Yeah.
I get that, but at least you have still like an open window to reschedule something else. So like, hey, you can't come to this con. Can you come to the next one?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bet. I'll be there.
Yeah. There's a couple of people that didn't. I didn't even bother. But
and in the wind now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys.
Shit like that happens, man. So yes, guys, make sure to go check out Charlie. His next one is the Summerfest, July 20th.
We'll be there hosting the panels, your favorite anime podcasts.
The Hyperbolic podcast. So definitely come check us out. We'll be selling our t-shirts. Yeah, pretty much it, man. Thank you for being here. We do have one last segment, and that's more like just a little personal about you, which is what are you reading, watching, and playing. Mm-hmm. So we'll jump into that section. Charlie, what are you reading? What are you watching? What are you playing?
Is that the energy you were talking about?
Oh, you want to?
No. Because I remember last time you had
Bring the energy then. Bring the energy, bro. Yeah, it's really your part. You're the one who says it the most. Go ahead.
That's why I was just like, whoa, okay.
My bad. I didn't mean to take over your part, bro. Go ahead.
All right. So, Charlie, let the listeners know what you're reading, what you're watching, what you're playing.
In that order?
Yeah, any order. So sometimes Kid Lewis and Captain Kilimanjaro aren't reading anything, so then they sub it for what you're listening to. So you don't have to do one of each either. It's just that's just the name of the segment, bro.
I watch The Simpsons a lot, man.
Okay, you still watching like new episodes?
No, not the new ones.
No,
I can't watch the new ones.
You into the conspiracy of The Simpsons?
Nah, I think The Simpsons has been it's like 35 years.
Yeah, I know. It's one of the oldest running shows.
Yeah, so
the
my mom
longest
usually
running
has it on.
sitcom in history. Yeah,
and my dad still watches Family Guy, like new Family Guy, but no, he doesn't watch The Simpsons either. New Simpsons.
It's too woke for me, man. It's
too woke.
Yeah,
the new stuff.
Yeah, the new stuff. Okay. Yeah. I like the old Simpsons.
Yeah, they're so classic, man. They're so fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Futurama, still love that.
Oh, I love Futurama. Was top tier.
There was a time where Rick and Morty was gonna be my favorite like sci-fi animated show, but nah, they kind of are dropped the ball. I don't want to say they're too woke, but definitely with the new voices, it's kind of like too weird for me. The soul's not really there anymore.
Yeah.
So Futurama is king.
Yeah,
as my favorite like sci-fi show.
Yeah, as far as reading, I don't know. I read a lot of articles, nothing fancy,
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you have like a website that you like to use? Because usually for these episodes, we do like last week's news today. I kind of wanted to just jump into the the filler type of deal, the interview. But what websites do you like read your articles on?
It varies. There's nothing in particular, to be honest.
No.
With you.
Okay.
Yeah. And I watch a lot of YouTube.
YouTube? Okay.
Yeah, watching documentaries and stuff there, old man stuff,
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of Netflix? One second. For the YouTube, have you ever heard of a YouTuber called Y-Files? You gotta check them out, bro. This is really good. Like, if you're into like, he's more like conspiracy, but he tries to like break it down. So like, like who shot John F. Kennedy? Are like aliens real?
Are you into that conspiracies?
I do, man. I'm a Freemason, so you get all those.
I knew that too.
You ain't know that. You ain't. Know
I did know that.
How'd you know that?
Because your fucking thing has the Mason logo.
Yeah. The square compass. That. Yeah.
No, and a friend of mine is also a Freemason, and he knows you from the Freemasons.
Who is he? We'll talk about the
we can talk about him. But I remember it was surreal meeting you for the first time because we've been in communications through the apps or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you were passing out tickets or whatever, and I was like, "Are you Charlie of Charlie's Con?" So
yeah, man. So you get all those weird things. I remember last year, January, I was talking to a vendor, and one of the actresses, her husband, is like, he said some weird stuff. He's like, you're a Mason and you don't believe in God. What the hell's wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
Which is not true. We all believe in God.
Yeah. I thought they get a bad rap, to be honest, because a friend of mine also, his mom is dating a Freemason in Miami. And we were just talking about that. And he's like weird about it. And he's like, that's Illuminati, isn't it? And I'm like, I can't really, It's just they're an old group. They're in a group as old as Jesus. So maybe that's why they don't think that you guys believe in Jesus. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, when you've been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, come on, something's going to start. Some conspiracy theories,
right.
Come on,
Yeah.
Right.
But it's during like the 1920s and stuff when you could be any religion, be a Freemason. So you have dinner with a Jewish person, Muslim, and people always thought that was weird. They're like, how do these guys all be able to get along like that?
Yeah.
So, but that's another topic for another day, man.
No problem.
We'll get you back on.
Yeah.
Is there a Freemason anime?
I don't think so, man.
There's a comic or there's a manga where it's I know it's not really related, but where Jesus and Judah are roommates in New York or no, Tokyo.
I've never heard of that one.
Oh my god, I just I just was looking at it earlier today. What am I playing? Are you playing any video games? You play video games?
Nah, man, I'm terrible at video games.
Terrible at them? Your homeboy was showing me the Switch 2. How do you feel about the Switch 2 at least?
I played Tekken. Tekken. Like the button masher.
Oh, yeah. We had Tekken at one of the cons. We were playing Tekken. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. We were.
Well, guys, man, I got to wrap this up, man. I appreciate you guys.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you for coming on, bro.
No problem, man.
I appreciate you. Like I said, check out Charlie's Summerfest, July 20th. Follow us on our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Subscribe. And definitely come out to the Fort Myers cons, man. When Charlie's hosting it, it's going to be a blast, man.
Hell yeah.
Say hi too, man. It'll be weird, right? Just say hi.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you're not like that type of host that just like stands in one place and then like I saw you walking around, jumping to every table, just saying like, "Hey, what's up? You guys good? Do you need anything?" Yeah. Right. So I was like, that's how I met you. Like the first con, I didn't get a chance to like see you personally and talk to you.
I was pointing you out. I was like, "Look, there he goes."
Yeah, he goes. But the second time, you like came up to the table and I got a chance to talk to you real quick.
Yeah, they left you there alone.
It's all right, man. Somebody has to manage the table, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Sometimes I tell them I feel like I'm the best seller, so I could get people to come in. I talk about it, sell the shirts.
He's brother number one, bro.
It's all business with me, bro.
Yeah, right. I'm the creative,
Yeah.
Lewis is the president.
Man. So we don't want to waste most of your time. Thank you for coming, man.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Appreciate it.
And like we say at the end of every episode,
tune in next time for scenes from the next episode of the Hyperbolic Filler.
And we out. Deuces.